Hola chicos, aquí estoy grabando una explicación de los pronombres usados con los mandatos. Yo me refiero específicamente a los pronombres de los objetos directos y los objetos indirectos, pero también estas reglas aplican a los pronombres de los reflexivos también. Así que, mira, antes de entender este concepto bien, es necesario entender bien lo que son los pronombres de los objetos directos, indirectos y los reflexivos, y también cómo formar un mandato informal, un mandato tú. Así que aquí voy a hablar en este video sobre el afirmativo, el positivo, porque son diferentes. La colocación o the placement, la colocación del pronombre es un poco diferente con los afirmativos que con los negativos. Y aquí tengo algunas ideas. Si tú quieres utilizar un pronombre, objeto directo, objeto indirecto o reflexivo, con un mandato afirmativo, hay dos pasos. There are two steps. Primero, átalo después del mandato y añade un acento, tres vocales al fin para un del fin del mandato para un pronombre. Voy a poner mandato aquí porque obviamente para un pronombre y cuatro vocales al fin para dos pronombres, excepto si el mandato solo tiene una sílaba. En ese caso solamente cuentas tres vocales. Así que this is confusing. Let me explain this one in English. You're going to add an accent, three vowels from the end. Once the pronoun is attached, you count three pronouns from the end if you only have one pronoun, like búscalo, míralo, mírame, háblame. In that case, you would add an accent, three vowels in from the end. But if you're going to add a double, such as búscamelo, or dime, or no, D is different. Búscamelo, piénsamelo, um, entrégamelo, any of those, then you would count four. At the end of the day, the accent ends up being in the exact same place. It's just because you're adding two pronouns, you're adding another syllable, and therefore you need to count back four. This rule does not apply if your command itself is only one syllable, like all the regulars, like ten, ven, pon, sal, dice, ve, as. All of those are only one syllable. And so if you add the doubles, you would add an accent three vowels back, and actually you wouldn't add an accent at all if you just add one pronoun. Like dime does not have an accent. Dame does not have an accent. Aslo does not have an accent. The accents occur when you're adding a double object pronoun there. So having said that, let's look at some examples. Ejemplos. Aquí tienes. Si tienes la tarea, entrégala antes del comienzo de la clase. Remember, your pronoun is used when you've already mentioned what you're talking about and you don't want to repeat. So usually you're going to have more context surrounding the use of your pronoun in order for it to be appropriately used. Tienes la tarea. You're saying tarea here. Therefore, you would just use the pronoun to replace it when you actually state it again. Tienes la tarea. If you have the homework, entrégala antes del comienzo de clase. Turn it in. And here we counted one, two, three. Uno, dos, tres vocales al fin del mandato. Saca tu teléfono celular y úsalo para llamar a tu mamá. Take out your cell phone and use it to call your mom. Again, you're using lo to replace teléfono celular because you don't want to say saca tu teléfono celular y usa tu teléfono celular para llamar a tu mamá. It's too much. You don't need to say teléfono celular twice in 2 seconds. So again, you're going to replace it with its pronoun and stick it on the end of the command. Counting back three. 1, 2, 3. Úsalo. Toma ese libro y léemelo. Here's an example of a double. Read it to me. The book being the it and the me being the recipient of the reading. So your book is your direct, me is your indirect. You're going to count back four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. The verb leer is interesante porque hay dos e. There's two e's, but each of them make up a syllable because each of them have a sound. So in this case, you would count four vowels from the end because you have two pronouns. Léemelo. Here's another one. No sé dónde está mi mochila. Búscamelo, por favor. I don't know where my backpack is. Look for it for me. Help me look for it, or look for it for me. That's something that my 4-year-old daughter would say. Búscamelo. Again, búscamela, porque mochila es femenina. Again, the la being mochila and me being me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, four vowels from the end. Busca has more than one syllable. Si tú sabes la verdad, dímela. If you know the truth, tell me. So in this case, D only has one syllable, and therefore you're only going to count back 3. Remember, if this were just dime, then there would not be an accent at all. It would just be dime, because it's not necessary to accent when you only have the 2. And eso es todo. Espero que esto haya sido muy útil. Si tienes preguntas, por favor, aquí estoy.